We are back with, I guess I would call this session 0.5, session 1. We're playing the game now. We finished character creation. Um,
Yes.
we're playing
Finley
Numenera.
Johnson
Yes.
is it ready?
Yep. So you guys have, I think the first scene we see is a, we see, we fade in on an elevator shaft, that is just like, goes down an unknown amount of depth into darkness. Um, we see this probably early 30s man. He has a couple battle scars. He looks like he's writing in a small brown leather-bound book. Um, as in the background, a looks like a machine of some sort turns and creaks and groans as it pulls up something from the elevator shaft. Um, and despite, and this is sort of this area is, it looks like what was once an old um, hotel room, like one of the floors that's filled with different rooms. And this is the elevator for that floor. And the machine turns and cranks, and um, eventually it like chugs to a stop, and the cords pulling up, whatever is pulling up, just stop, and there's nothing there yet. The man looks up, like walks over to it. He like looks down the elevator shaft, which is just open. Um, he looks down, and he can see like down below there's just this shape of something being pulled up. But to the left and right on the elevator shaft itself, just um, above him, there are two. Actually, there's probably one like rotating, scanning turret of some kind that is there, just sitting in sleep mode. Um, and he looks and he goes over and kicks the machine that was turning before, and it sputters back to life, and resumes doing what it was doing. And after a few more minutes of groaning from the wires, there's a shudder as all of you have arrived um, at the top of this elevator. In this, it looks like an old time like cage elevator that has been made to fit this elevator shaft retroactively. It's not very good, but it's here. Um, and man says, "Sorry about that." Then he's like looks back down at his book and leans against it and starts ignoring you. Um, you look around, you see that most of the rooms here seem to be completely empty. Just from what you can see, the doors are gone. See that you're at the one end of a hallway. See more off to the other side. The man is just kind of leaning against the wall. He continues to write in his small leather-bound book. He looks up.
Clear my throat, being like, we're here.
Yeah. Huh? What? You don't know the way? Rolls his eyes. Uh, you know that you were here to meet with um someone who has a job for you by. They wanted to hire you, some kind of artifact retrieval them. Um, you only know their name, which is what they told you, Ren. Um, the man looks at you and rolls his eyes, and he says, um, "Where do you want to go?"
We're just looking to where we know where we might find Ren, please.
Around the corner. Take two lefts, straight, second right. Then he's somewhere near the sky bridge. He's like, promptly goes back to ignoring.
Thank you. What is he like drawing or is he like writing?
He looks like he's writing.
Can I take a peek?
Are you trying to like just go up and do it? Yeah.
I'm just trying to see what I could see from like where we are.
Okay. I think this is fine enough to have an initial roll. You can see like he's angling the book to like trying to keep it kind of private, but still do it in front of people. But he doesn't want people to see what he's writing. So I think this will be.
So what are you doing to make the thing possible? Just like craning
Yeah.
your neck real far?
Is this like, yeah? Are you being sneaky about it? What are you? How are you
That's the
seeing around it?
objective.
Just like
I'm
look through the reflection behind him in a window or something?
yeah, because I want to be
Read
perceptive
backwards.
about it. Yeah, like
Okay.
whatever light is bouncing off, like in this little hallway we're in.
Yeah.
Right. I want to see if I can read it in the reflection.
Okay. I think I could see this as an intellect roll to angle yourself in the right way to see the reflection.
Okay.
Can I potentially help by distracting and talking to him?
Absolutely. What do you say?
So where I come from, it's polite to introduce yourself. I'm Azure, and and you are.
He looks at you and looks up from his book. Says, "My name's Henner. Sorry, we're not. I'm not in the habit of getting to know people who are newcomers. They usually don't last too long."
So I take it that means you've been here for a while. Anyhow.
He like gives you a look, but yes, you're definitely helping. So the difficulty normally would be, I think it's always stated, would be 4, lowered to 3 because of the help,
And then I am trained in perception, so lower to 2.
lowered to 2.
Mhm.
So you want to roll a d20 and get a, is it 6 or higher or equal to 6? Is it 6 or higher or
6
higher
plus.
than 6? 6 plus. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
If you look at your character sheet, there's a button you can even push.
Yep. If you scroll all the way down, it's roll versus difficulty on the bottom right.
Okay. And it's intellect. Does it, because it's intellect, does my edge or my like big intellect pool have anything to do with it or no?
If you want to spend effort, you could spend points from your pool. That number that you would spend is reduced because of your edge, so it costs less for you to do intellect effort. I think normally it's 3, it's discounted to 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And that would lower the difficulty again.
I think I'm fine with just standard then.
Okay. Roll 1d20, 6 or higher. Perfect. So yeah, you can see he's writing in his book a list of names and a small like phrase next to each of them. Sometimes they're mentioning objects, sometimes they're mentioning like something that an event of some kind. They're all very like it's like he's writing for himself to read, so it's not very descriptive. It's some kind of reference list of names and a short like phrase next to it.
Is there anything written for us that he's like written down, or is it?
No, you don't recognize any of the names. But
You
he doesn't
misspelled.
catch. Oh, okay.
That's the wrong there. That's why I like go
Yeah.
to leave.
He immediately flaps, like snaps his book shut with his hand holding it. He glares at you. Says,
You said it like over there when it's like there, like that person's.
privacy, something that you'll learn to appreciate here if you want to survive. He pockets the book completely.
Well, if you
Go.
wanted it private, why are you doing it in
Gave
a
you
public
directions.
place?
Now go on.
Yeah, so I generally just starts walking in that direction.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna declare the largest member of the party.
That's perfectly reasonable. Okay. So yeah, you guys
Moving.
you were given very like almost sterile directions, just like lefts and rights, not anything about what you'll actually see. So you walk through the hallway, and then you come to what looks like, and I am going to keep probably describing things in historical terms because this isn't your Numenera setting. It looks like it was some kind of larger hallway, the hotel, larger room, like a conference room or a very large penthouse suite that's now been emptied.
Or the buffet.
Yeah, exactly. Or perhaps a buffet room. It is inside it you see two people. One of them is a woman. She's young but has like almost bleached white hair. And she is, it looks like, unpacking boxes. Next to her is a large cyber goat, who looks like they were recently unharnessed from this small cart that is being unpacked.
And for recap, cyber goats are like a regular goat, but instead of horns, they have lasers.
Basically.
Practical. Very
Yep.
practical.
Yeah. Yep. That's closer to the center of the room. Off in the corner is a man who it looks like he is full on in the middle of some kind of mechanical project with a large, like, table-sized device with panels open and like parts strewn on the ground there. It's like kneeling down trying to work on it. There's a small staircase leading to a second floor, but like within this room, second floor on the side, and it looks like another doorway further just straight on ahead past. I think upon seeing you coming, the woman calls out and says, "Oh, hello." She doesn't stop her unpacking, and you can see and probably recognize like things like ropes and different tools that are present in the course. You are new here, I take it. I just got back myself. I come and go every so often.
Gesture the cart, like it looks like you got back, like safe and blah blah blah.
Yeah, the name is Milk. Fancy myself a bit of a trader around here. Closest thing they have. What do you know about scrap? First thing they usually ask you. Get quizzed.
About the town? Like the
I
town
did-
is scrap,
Town-
right? We're not talking about like
Oh, yes. And
okay. The
towns
town is
may
scrap.
be a bit generous.
It's like, no, I'm from scrap, born and bred.
I didn't know there'd be a quiz.
Well, he like looks around and gestures to kind of it looks like I wouldn't call it run down. A once nicer and looks like it used to be more populous. It is sort of decorated with various like trophies, but many of them look rusted, of different creatures or automaton robot creatures that were slain and harvested in the past. Most of them look, older, run down. This place looks past its prime. And she says, I'd call it more of some kind of lodge than a town. There's only a handful of us here. But, make it work. Lots of people pass through. Anything else? But, yeah. Need anything? Me and, she pats the goat. Krakatoa here can help you out. You're gonna get nothing but weird names for this entire setting.
So this is not the
Milk
person we're looking
and
for.
Krakatoa?
Yes. A woman named
We're not
Milk.
looking for Milk though. We're looking
You're
for
looking
someone
for someone
else.
called Ren. Yes.
Ren.
Oh, so it's like
You happen to know where we might find Ren?
Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah, he's just through the. She ports you down to like straight ahead door. It says just over there, and take a left. You should get to the Skyway. Don't go past it. He should be nearby it though. I think he stays in one of the. You should see a man, Tarek. He looks. You'll see him. He looks like a typical like. Hunter. Ask him what's up with it, where that person is. No, try to stay away from him.
And what's your man like? Is he a wheeler and dealer around here or something like that?
Ren? Or Tarek?
Right. Ren.
No, they just keep to the... They're a bit odd. Honestly, I'm surprised they were even let in. But, no, they keep their identity concealed. They, like, robes, hood, sometimes a mask, I think, or... Yeah, it's weird. No, the reason... That's not uncommon here. Don't get any wrong. I mean, she like, didn't even seem phased. Neither of them did from any of you.
Yeah, we're all weird.
Yeah, she's like, trust me, I've seen weirder, she says, looking directly at Indigo's character.
How is anyone weirder than Finley? He's a shark.
But, no, weirder than Ren, looking at you, she says that. But she says, but he has this, like, companion. It's a person-sized hovering cylinder, that's all I'm gonna say. Don't know what it does. Seems really ominous, but it just kind of follows him. It says it's an assistant.
You said companion. Is it like a
sex
lover
thing?
or
Well, you know what? I'm not going to judge. Maybe, but he just—that's all he said. It was his companion, but it just is this. Yeah, it's a cylinder that floats around and follows him.
right?
like
Creepy fucker with a mask and a cylinder. I think we can find him.
Look for the coffin, I guess.
Now he was friendly enough, but he pays well. But yeah,
Okay.
Okay, well, thanks, Milk and
Thanks.
Krakatoa.
you get like a what's the word? A distorted mechanical like bleep from the goat.
Knowing how my character is, I would definitely have that thing just like in my head. My what's it called? My cipher that
Oh.
lets me. Yeah.
They're using it, or
Mhm.
okay.
It's just in my head.
Yep. No. So you're using it, which means the timer starts. Just checking. But if you use it,
I thought it's just permanent.
right, it is permanent. My mistake.
Yeah,
Once
that
the
one's
graph attaches, the effect is permanent.
Yep, it's unique in that way. That's me forgetting.
I now understand beasts and the fast and slow talk.
Yep. So you understand Krakatoa.
Mm-hmm.
Its bleep was I wonder how long you'll last. Actually.
Oh, that's not foreboding at all.
Yep. No, Krakatoa does not seem like a happy goat.
Yeah, and then we.
Krakatoa, the paranoid android.
Yeah.
Rain the
I've gotten
souls of a
over my-
planet, and I'm opening doors.
Yeah, we just continue onward. It's not. I don't think there's much to do besides continuing to talk to the red herring NPC.
Yeah,
There's
I
possibly
will.
the guy making mechanical stuff in the corner, but
I will note to the group like Krakatoa seems to say there's a lot of people come through here, not a lot of people make it. So kind of coincides with the guy in the elevator.
And the rest of the world that we've seen
Yeah.
so far. I mean, you can't go outside.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
with 10
Have
dead
you
bodies
seen-
and someone really
You've seen the
sad.
city, the cyber octopus in the Sears Tower, and like the tower doesn't really scream friends and visitors.
Yeah.
No, he actually screams profanities all the time.
Yeah, it's a problem. You're just trying to take your kids safely from daycare to back to the house, and there's just the profane Kraken in the tower. This dumb bell.
I thought it was entertaining. I don't. Never seen anything like that before.
Okay. So you make your way over towards Ren in his direction, presumably.
Mhm.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think you do that. You can eventually you spot him. Um, Further on, see um, ahead of you is the presumable sky bridge. You see someone who's just resting. They're smoking somehow they found and salvaged some old cigarettes that are still around, so they're smoking those in front of. It looks like a walkway between two buildings. There's a uh, like steel grated cage that's been pulled down in front of the walkway, acting as sort of a gate of a kind. Um, and This man is um, scarred and tattooed. His entire lower body has been replaced with robotic parts. Um, and he is holding a large, intimidating-looking weapon of some kind. However, to the
Is it a
left of that, in
polearm?
one of the rooms, you see that person off in the distance. But to your left, in an open, like behind an open door, is you see a hooded figure looking like away from the door, um, with some kind of holographic display, that looks like a like pad of some kind, and they are pressing holographic buttons rapidly.
Yeah, top of the door frame.
Sorry. Oh,
I want to. Oh, we would like just walk up and knock.
yep. Yeah, the holographic display like minimizes and they turn towards you. You yeah, you see they're wearing a um like dark black robes over most of their body, but you see they have a plain um white mask over most of their face, sort of like showing their mouth, but nothing above that.
So it's a face orb with a mouth cut out.
Yeah,
So they look like Cillian?
don't know who that is.
PC.
DC.
Well, how do we spell it? Cillian?
Am I pronouncing that very incorrectly?
I don't
That's
know.
Killian.
Killian.
If it,
Ah,
let's see.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you also wearing a mask?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it. The face is relatively uncovered. Like there's a cloak hood, but
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, they turn.
Oh, I was thinking like I don't know.
Yep.
Does the mask have human features or is it just like a plane?
You
are we talking like
do
Phantom of the Opera looking kind of thing, or you know?
ish. You do see eyes behind the mask. Yeah.
Have you seen the Court of Owls masks?
Ooh, it's been a while.
Where it's like the very plain. They got the holes and they got a little beak nose, but he doesn't have to have a beak nose because he's not an owl themed
It is
villain.
actually something like, yeah, it is does actually look kind of like that without the.
So there's some
bottom,
features,
like
but not
without the
like
bottom
human,
half.
but not like a solid human face carved mask.
Correct.
It's just
No, it's just more
mask
of a.
with
It's
holes.
more of a covering, yeah, mask with holes. Yep. And he turns to you, says, takes you all in for a second, and says, "Ah, good of you to join. I'm glad to meet you." And he strides forward, um, and says, "Call me Ren. It's a pleasure." And the closest person, who I presume is start using characters. Let's do this. Finley raises
Finley?
a hand to shake yours.
Yeah,
It
I take
looks
my
it's
hand
it's
and I.
completely like gloved in the same black cloth.
Well, I grab both the like in my giant shark mitt, both the hand and a good portion of the wrist to shake it.
Yep. Yeah, no, he shakes everyone who is willing. I don't think Marissa. That I don't think he's gonna. He sees you like this glowing blue flame, and he like gives you a COVID friendly like air shake.
do a little half bow.
Yep. Oops. Um. So
Yeah.
right to it then.
I mean, unless there's refreshments, look around. So a drink
can-
cart or a snack tray.
Yeah.
Knowledge of what's in that floating cylinder.
Yes.
Nothing that we want.
You just hear from inside.
Actually, he says, Zev, please bring us some refreshments. And you see, like, from behind where the door opened, you hear like this almost robotic chirping noise. And yeah, it's just like this floating coffin-sized cylinder, just like floats out silently without making any noise from its movement itself. There's no buzzing or work. It just like floats out there, and it floats over to the like this room specifically still has some of the hotel like furniture on it, usually replaced but the same function. There's a small table with some empty glasses on it, and it hovers over to them, and a small tube, metallic, descends from the bottom of the cylinder, and I'm going to use the word excretes a.
I don't like this. wait. So I'm just picturing a coffin. I mean, props. So there's a table with a coffin-sized cylinder that is then floated up and over the table.
Yes.
Is depositing liquid in the glasses.
a clear green bubbling liquid into 5 glasses actually.
Okay.
I can't exactly take
no.
that story.
Yeah.
I'm not
sorry.
drinking any of that. That's not. What is that?
More 4 more of these tendrils appear, and each of them wraps around one of the cups and brings them to each of you, or at least offers it to you.
Yeah, I'll take it. You know,
Mhm.
the small glass, big hand. I put the whole thing
Yeah.
in my mouth, like with
Yeah.
the cup. Just...
Yep. Ren takes
I
his
look to
and
make sure
says,
he's
"Thank
okay."
you, Zev," and says, "It's up to you," and then like sips it without any seeming concern.
So if I subtract the blood and glass, what does it taste like?
You assume it's a glass cup. I don't think it would be a glass.
But it doesn't matter.
That's
so
true.
If I,
You eat it either way. The blood and
I eat it no
material.
matter what. If I subtract the blood and cup, what does it taste like?
It tastes extremely sugary, actually. A bit like.
Is this mellow yellow?
I would say it's a bit like if you
Antifreeze.
took soda and then like concentrated it more.
Old mellow yellow.
Old belly. Yeah, I look to make sure my shark friend is okay, and then I'll take a sip.
Yep. No, it tastes
Brave boy.
way better than it looks.
Oh, this is actually very, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does this have caffeine?
I'm told no.
Okay, good. I'm allergic.
It's better not. If he has caffeine, he'll be up the fucking walls. It'll be bad for all of us. Never get him to bed on time.
My mom said I'm allergic to caffeine.
Yeah, I mean, she did. That's why I said it. Is that? We'll deal with my trauma later.
Yep.
So I was hoping for people like you to retrieve something. There is a device somewhere in this portion of the city that I would like you to find, acquire, retrieve, bring back, and give to me.
That's a lot of things.
They usually come hand in hand.
And what does this device do?
It looks like a silvery box about he does like yay high and wide. It's like about briefcase size and shape, but it's a silvery box.
How many words?
3 words. First word.
And he says, "It is somewhere beneath the city. I have been led to believe.
So,
And it does.
is it a microwave?
And its functions are private. Or specifically,
Private microwave.
I'm not sure.
Do you have like
enough to
a
say, at least.
approximate location, or just under the city? Because the city is
Large, I know.
infinite.
It is in this portion of it. I cannot yet give you an exact location, but I do believe that the closest entrance to ground city is very near. It is, well, and I think he will like plot out a rough map of sorts. Map may be the wrong way to put it, but like series of directions of sorts. So he directs you that if you were to exit from the skyway, that is actually right side, and to continue on, you will get to a building with like several, sort of a, what's the way to put it? A building that connects to several others, or a room that has pathways leading off in several directions. One of them leads you directly onto the outdoor tops themselves, with several different bridges, usually out of reinforced ladder, that sort of connect a bunch of them. From there, should head towards an apartment block. He wouldn't describe it as an apartment block. He would, like, yeah, an old living quarters. From there, inside it should be a safe way to reach the bottom, at least from what I have scouted. Once you are on the bottom ground, you should be nearby a stairwell. Stairs that will lead into the ground themselves. And they should be sealed, but not beyond your glancing at a certain shark person. Not beyond your
What do you mean
ability to
sealed?
open. Shut.
Oh, I don't know this word.
Some kind of barrier.
What about seals? Lunch? What?
Seals?
Some kind of barrier.
I
Are we
love
hiding-
seals.
Are you hiding a seal burger?
If it comes from that tube, I don't care.
Yeah, no, he's like, yeah, there's stairs down on the ground floor, like in the open streets, basically, of the ground floor of the city. There should be a stairway into the underground. It's closed. Get it open one or the other, and from there he doesn't know, but strongly believes it's very nearby. That is the best way to get to there. He describes, he probably says, no, well, he does say that it is likely that this device is in some kind of larger machine, maybe as large as this room, but it's not. He's not sure exactly how big it will be. It will not be some kind of automaton, some kind of other stationary machine.
Do we have any more descriptors besides a silver briefcase?
Silver briefcase inside another machine.
How do you know what you do know about it?
Yeah, where'd you get this information from?
Like you know it's nearby and
you have
what
a
it
You know, it's
picture?
past a locked door that no one's gone through.
Yeah. And he
You have a
says
picture?
there are some signs, signals of its presence.
Oh, dark omens and portents of a silver briefcase belonging
Listen,
to Marcellus
I'm-
Wallace.
One of the
Like,
things that
just
I would
watch
like
them-
for this job is some amount of privacy, please.
So you watched a microwave ad from 30 years ago and you took it as an omen from the stars?
It is not a microwave.
I
Yet
see
to be
very little
proven.
evidence to the contrary.
I mean, it's at least possible that it could be a microwave.
It's not a microwave, he says.
Listen, if it doesn't heat food, we don't give a fuck, all right?
It will it will have other wires and things connected to it inside of a larger machine. It will be fairly unique inside of the machine. Most of the rest of it will be wires and other more complex looking devices.
So
So
what
perhaps
it
the better
is, yeah,
question
what it
might
is,
be
right? What it is aside, Billy wants to find out if it is either.
perhaps the better question.
We're skipping around. All right, you go first. Do your thing. I have my own question.
Perhaps the better question might be what will happen when we disconnect it.
Should be nothing. If the machine is working, which is very unlikely, will not be anymore.
So it's an Applebee's kitchen, and we're moving the microwave will disable it. Anyway, Finley's question is to whether or not we are recovering or stealing this item, as it will affect the fee.
Recovering. There is no one else who owns this.
Like a
Or
receipt?
rather, I can't say for sure. Underground entities notwithstanding, it's very unlikely. It is not something that I'm aware of anyone owns.
Okay.
And that privacy you mentioned will be affecting this fee too. Smiles.
Where? How does 400 shins sound?
Is that total or?
Total.
Do we have like an operating budget?
You
Got
asking
a
that? Or?
company card, expenses, something like
Yeah.
that.
What if we need to hire a guide or something?
Yeah,
The two?
I'm quite literally dirt poor right now. So could we get like half up front?
That's not. No, that's.
First the
not
number, then the payment plan.
Yeah, he looks at all of you. He says, "You don't seem entirely incapable, but I'm not
I just
comfortable."
want to. What if we need to hire a mole man?
That's true. I hear they're quite useful.
If you venture out and get to the stairwell, let's say, survive, come back and survive, at least I know you're capable to and I
Just
won't lose the shins.
fine.
It's
So
not a time sensitive matter, not at least within the matter of days.
I don't know. My mom just always said, whenever you go underground, find yourself a mole man.
So in order to get half up front, we have to get to the locked door and then come back to you.
The entrance should be some ways away. You don't need to get to the lock. That's a distance later. Should just to get to stairs. Not oh, I understand. My mistake. Not the stairs with the locked door. The first set of stairs that goes down to the not beyond. At the top of the building. Just up here.
So
Stairs that lead down from up here.
across the
Skyway.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He says this is rather new. I know. You have experience, but you're new in this place. I would see that shins don't get stolen by my shins. get stolen by those who
Is there any other interest in this from anyone else around here? Like,
Yeah,
are we the only
competition.
people looking for this?
thinks to himself to make sure. Even behind the mask, you can see that. And it says, "No one else potentially even knows about it."
I would also like to request a guarantee that you'll wait at least a calendar year before sending a follow-up team.
Yeah, like
I
a
waited 1 month
non-compete
for the
clause.
last
Non-compete
one.
clause.
Yeah, not what a
Yeah.
non-compete clause.
He says about that. I did send a previous team about a month ago.
Mm.
They
So we do have to compete.
did not return.
Did you pay them up front?
And you give them the same directions as us?
If you can find their bodies, then you can take payment.
Their shit. Okay.
Found
Wait,
our operating expenses.
But
What
that,
is-
well, hold on. I want to make it perfectly clear that if we happen upon their corpses, unfortunately enough, and we get their upfront payment, that does not cut into our 400 shin deal currently.
Correct.
That would be a bonus.
We'll go even broader than that, right?
I said no. You
Any
wouldn't
other
tell me
salvage is
anyways.
ours.
That's how it works in this place, anyways.
Yeah.
I just want communication across party lines.
Now, how much
you
did
know?
you offer the presumed dead expedition?
I mean, he could just lie to us and say 400
Mm.
shins.
Have you ever lied to
400
a shark?
shins.
No one's ever lied to a shark. How much did you offer them?
He looks you right in the eyes and says, 400 shins.
I feel like we deserve a raise straight off the bat. The last one.
Yeah, I believe there's a danger clause in here that you've already sent
Hazard
one
pay.
group.
Do you have any other questions? He says.
A ton about that cylinder and what you do in the back room, but I'll leave that alone for now.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
it.
look at the empty glass in my hand and go, what was this?
All I will say is it's kind of fruit. Juice.
That is disturbing as I just push it back.
Yeah.
Does it grow in
Naturally
the tube?
fizzy.
Does it grow in the tube?
No.
Well, if I die horribly, I'll haunt your house.
Wait a minute, is that thing a still? Are you making alcohol in that? Because if so, I might be willing to rent it from you, or
Unfortunately, all he says is, it's not for sale. Rent.
You want a companion still?
who wouldn't want a companion still?
Well, if there are no
Right.
other questions, I need to get back to my business. But it was wonderful to meet you. Please, if you have any more information, requests, questions, please knock.
Oh, I can get in touch anytime. Don't worry about that. Don't be surprised either when you hear my voice.
Thank you for the heads up. And he politely shuts and locks his door.
Well, I think
I
that
mean,
was a good
that seems a bit
negotiations.
Seems a bit. The lock in the door seems a bit redundant. We've already established doors.
Yeah, I
are-
mean, he wants you to get through a locked door. You think a locked door is going to stop you?
yeah,
You know.
that was the job, right? Break open a door. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna secure myself with locking a door."
We hear a shotgun rack behind the door.
I mean, I guess we go look for this microwave.
Yeah. I think it's a battery. Just
Anybody listen to those directions? I was really preoccupied about that.
No,
cylinder.
I was. Yeah. It was
Perfect.
down
I know
this
the
way.
first one's through the gate.
Right, so we can get that far. All right, fuck it, let's go.
One step at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
I know we go across the bridge, and that should lead us to a living area that has a way down, which is the halfway point that we can come back and get our front.
Does no one in this age believe in maps? You just go by dead reckoning all the time.
Yeah, No,
Yeah.
the maps. We want some, put some map. And yeah,
Well-
no, we're not getting an upfront fee. The creepy man with the cylinder that he may or may not sleep with said no upfront fee.
Hmm.
The old man, older guy
The old man from earlier.
yeah, who was smoking. Puts out a cigarette, having finished it, ostensibly. Calls out, says, "Well, that's because sometimes things will change. So maps kind of get outdated real quick around here."
You're saying like the building itself will just rearrange itself all willy-nilly.
Within the buildings, between buildings, sometimes a building will show up, sometimes it'll disappear.
How do we know where we're going? Yeah. You know what?
You know
If we
this.
think
You
about it
live
too
here.
much, if we think about it too much, we're just gonna lose our minds and jump off the building anyway. So let's just go. Let's just
Ah.
go before.
Max, you
Mate.
live here.
The best way to live in this reality is to deny all reality.
Yeah. I know I live here. It's just, you don't think about it when you live in here, and then
You
now
really
that you think
don't.
about it, it's like, like looking into the void, the voice starts to hit you. Like he just goes down into like a little ramble.
Yeah.
Pull out a paper bag, breathe, brother, breathe.
Ignoring this, I'm like, nice to meet you. I'm Azure. Who are you?
He grins wryly. Sorry. I just
Had a cousin named Riley. Oh.
yeah. That's exactly, I was like, that is a name.
Yep.
No, he
His name is Grins Riley.
this is
Yep. That's his name. Grins
he
Riley.
does grin Riley, but he says Tarek
Oh.
and shakes your hand back. Which do you always deal fire damage,
Are you always on fire?
Marissa? Are you here? Oh,
Maybe.
Looks
Maybe
frozen.
not.
He froze.
It's frozen.
okay.
Let's
So
go. Let's find out if rescue wellness.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
I'm looking up the fire
There we
damage.
go.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Welcome back.
Maybe.
Marissa, do you just by shaking his hand deal him fire damage?
I was in. So directly after I asked my question, I lost connection and didn't hear anything you said.
Cool.
I am not stupid enough at this point to shake anyone's hand unless they are forcefully trying to
Okay.
shake mine.
Then he gives you a nod. And says
but also,
his name
yes,
is
they would take fire damage.
his name is Tarek. And he says, "So
Tries to touch you.
couldn't help but over
Gets 2
here.
points of...
You weren't exactly quiet. You're heading out here right now. Just got here.
That's right.
All right. Well,
Any advice you want to pass along?
watch out for flock. You got them where you come from?
Are those the
Not that I
butterflies?
know of.
Okay, no. They're the
Are those
bird
bird gangsters?
creatures, and they're not all bad, but yeah, they're more likely to shank and gank you than talk. So,
That's
shoot first
lovely.
tends to solve your problem.
Yeah. So, do you open the gate or do we open the gate?
And he presses a. I think he goes over to the gate. I don't think this would be as simple as a button push. I think he actually just goes over to the gate and pulls a manual mechanical lever to unlock it. Like it's just a latch. There's nothing electronic about it, and then he lifts it. Come on.
Be dope if he was like a buff old man that had to crank it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's lifting the gate. He says, "Come on under."
I walk up to it, I grab it from him, and I lift it higher so I can fit under
Yep.
said gate, and I lower it back down.
He says, "Oh, and if you ever come running and screaming to the gate saying help, something's following you, yeah, I'm not gonna open that gate. I'm gonna wait till that.
If
thing
I
that's
come
following you is
running to this
dead."
gate and it's not open, you will need a new gate.
Good point.
Yeah.
See
So
the size of me.
Mace,
Open
You're
the
telling
gate.
us
You seem like you're hostile or under the influence of some horrible creature or something. I might shoot you, but
Good.
That'll
So
only
you're
piss him
telling
off,
us-
man. I wouldn't do that.
You're telling us to lie to you if we're coming back and being chased by something.
Oh, don't say it like that. He won't. No, you keep those thoughts to yourself. Because when we do come back, he's going to assume we're lying no matter what.
Don't you just assume everyone's lying?
Yes, but
Sharks
you don't
can't
say
lie.
that. It's called society, right? We
Sharks
have these
can't lie.
unspoken
Have you ever
things.
been lied to by? No, we don't all lie. Sharks can't lie. Have you ever been lied to by a shark?
see,
But
that's
is that a
exactly
lie?
what someone who's lying would want you to think.
Have you ever been lied to by a shark?
I don't know. Do you
We're
count
not
as a
losing
shark? Do you
dates.
count as a man?
Never not been lied to by a no, wait. I've never had a shark tell me something that wasn't a lie either.
You have now.
He just pulls out
So
another cigarette and lights it.
confused.
I'm just thinking, yeah. I'm a shark. That's my only gimmick, and I keep moving.
Don't deny the brand.
You did pick up something from your cyberpunk history. Okay.
Oh no, you were a corpo.
Former corpo.
Probably, yeah. That's a good way to get funding.
Okay. So you head out. As you continue along, the sort of the sky bridge turns into a meandering corridor filled with old, abandoned stalls and shops. Small restaurants, cafes, things like that. Things people would walk by and wouldn't take much of their time. It continues on for some while, and eventually you hear on the left, but up ahead sometime, someone, a voice of some kind. It only sounds like one voice. It might be that they're talking to themselves or something else like that.
Anybody else hear the crazy person somewhere around here? 'Cause do we want to even investigate that or just leave it to fuck alone and
Yeah,
get home?
I don't see why that's our business. They don't sound like a microwave to me.
Is the good answer ever to leave something unexplained at our backs?
So most of you cannot understand this voice, except
it just me?
you. Yep. It's
The
still
language of the goats.
it's
This is the fast and slow talk.
this is the fast and slow talk. You're still too far away to hear what he's saying, but you can tell it's clear enough that you can make out if you. It's enough.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like crazy. It just sounds like normal.
You
Probably
don't
like the
That's
understand
coming
it.
from, yeah, considered a
The-
source.
Probably like the thing that gives me that it almost looks like a like a hair extension, but it's like just like a little like nodule that stays like by his neck. It's probably just like
It's
pulses
like
blue
beeping or
whenever it's
something.
like working.
Yeah.
No, I like it pulses when it's like, oh, I'm active now.
Mm.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could get closer and I could see if it's like something we need to eviscerate.
I try to whistle and it doesn't work. So it's it's too big.
Too big, too pointy.
Yeah. Just look around. Someone else wanna? I could try shooting it too, but
I mean, I don't
Let's
want to
go.
shoot something unless we know it's gonna need to be shot. You know, save ammo.
I'm just going to yell out, "Oi!"
Yeah. There we go. The voice obviously goes quiet. And you hear clanking of metallic footsteps approaching. And after a time, sort of cautiously like peeking around the corner, armed but not pointing their weapon at you, is. It's hard to tell if it is a robot or some kind of creature that is wearing a full mechanical suit around them. But they that is what they look like, robotic of some kind, about humanoid shape and size, with a rough, torn cloth loosely draped around their shoulders, as if it's some kind of cape. The creature cautiously says what you can understand, George. Is, hello, can I help you? And the rest
Oh,
of you, it doesn't make any sense.
I can translate. He said, "Hello, can I help you? Can you understand us, good robot?"
I think he can understand you with the speak with beasts thing.
I can only understand him.
only
It
understand
does
him.
not. It does not confer
Okay.
back. I was reading it to make sure.
Okay. I think in this case, yes, he can. Yes, they can.
Ask it where the microwave is.
And say, oh, yes, and you, me, I suppose. Bows slightly.
So we're on a little mission. We're looking for. I'll describe the microwave. That's just the title of it now. It's the microwave.
Yep.
The
We hear
micro
it's.
nothing. It doesn't matter.
We hear it's down, like under the street. Um, do you know anything about that, or like a group that came through here about a month ago?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just arrived a few days ago. Did you just came from Scrap?
Yeah, I'm Horatius, by the way.
Sec.
Its name is Sec.
Um,
Sec?
Yeah, like
Kind of name is
SEC.
Sec. Like a second?
Yeah, like 1 sec.
I mean, I guess. What's more of like a
Ask him if there's more sex. Is there multiple, like maybe 5 seconds or?
Do you have any siblings?
Not here, no. I wanted to know, if you could, well, convince the person let me into the city. Not the city. That's the wrong word.
Area?
Scrap. Yes, I was hoping to do business there, but
into the
I
map.
was denied. I do not believe he trusts me.
Because you're a robot.
I am not a robot. Simply wear robotic equipment. Need it to survive.
What's your business?
Time. I
That's a joke.
I buy and sell time. Penny.
As,
How
like
much is
the
how much is
spice or?
Oh no,
how much is time?
I can extend your lifespan if you wish, or give you extra moments of time in bursts in a
How much?
Oh.
How much is time?
If you wish to sell me some of your time, I can pay you 10 shins, 6 seconds of your lifespan. Or I also have is also willing to pay 1 unit IO, which is useful for someone like I think he uses IO, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm also to sell you time. That is 30 shins, which I could go, but I cannot.
It might be really difficult for us to get you inside the gate, but we might be willing to do the brokering deals ourselves when we're here for a discount if you're willing.
We could be sort of a time distributor for you. You could be the wholesale.
Yeah, we could be.
wish
We gotta be like your timeshare.
He hangs his head slightly, and he says,
It's just hard that if they can't understand you, how are they gonna barter? I can't really be your interpreter
I
there?
have ways of communicating if I need to. Entities. I was hoping. I wish it would work that way, but I can only purchase time from one creature in every so often. But I have found a way to store time in a device of sorts, and so I can sell time to you, wish it, multiple times. Pun not intended.
See, this is a good business because I'm not sure if you're aware, but there used to be these things called movies, right? And some of them were utter shite. And you always wanted that time back.
Can I get a group huddle real quick?
Why? We could just not buy time. You don't have to interact with the life
Be-
bot.
Because you're part shark at least, and sharks live for fucking ever.
Yeah, not even time can stop me. I understand. Being a
It's
shark
a
is
win-win
cool.
for you.
Hey, if it's 10 shins for 6 seconds, I'd be willing to try that.
Is this a scalable monetary gain, or
If I give you a year, are you going to give you 1,000,000 shins?
Unfortunately, as I said, I can only do it once every so often per person. But
Yeah, give me the
if each
10
of you are
bucks.
willing, I can purchase 6 seconds of each of your time. 10
Yeah.
shins each.
Give me the 10 bucks.
Mechanically, is this going to be a GM intrusion you can throw at us?
Could I? Yes. Will I? That's up to us to find out if you.
Okay, just wondering how that works. But like, if we're going to be stunned for 6 seconds now, or just randomly in the future.
I'm wondering if it's a trap of, okay, we all do it. Okay, we all wake up dead.
yeah, we're all stunned for 6 seconds as he shanks us all.
Yeah.
Wait. Does
Wake
this just
up without
come
a
off the
kidney
top?
and an ice
Does
bath.
this just come off the top? How does the 6 seconds work?
Um.
Do you have the Shinigami eyes? Do you know how much time we have?
He just sees a countdown above our heads and goes, "You don't have much time left."
Yes.
That makes what I have even more valuable. I want more than 10 shins.
So he does not cannot see how much time you have left. He is willing to I think it does basically immediately take you out of time for 6 seconds. It's not reducing your lifespan, it's more like you just cease to exist for 6 seconds, then like you freeze in stasis for 6 seconds. Then
No.
you're back.
Yeah, hook me up. Get 10 bucks.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
I need
Thank
lunch
you.
money.
Do it to
You're
it.
I will.
too kind.
I will not partake because you know how it is. You gotta. If we all are like knocked out, we don't know you. We just met you.
Oh, I
Of
understand.
course, you understand. Yeah.
Felt like I can do a lot in 6 seconds.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I can melt his brain if he does anything. It's okay.
that would be unpleasant.
It would be.
He touches the other 3 of you, and he
All at once?
does he,
Let's see now.
hold
You all
on.
hold hands.
Does he need to touch you to do it? No,
He
he
might
does
not be
not.
able
He
to.
does not
Oh,
need to
okay.
touch you to do it. Okay, so yeah, he
He just needs consent.
Yep. And then 3 of you are frozen for 6 seconds. There's like a noise. So the way he does this is he takes out a device that looks a bit like a lantern of sorts.
Cuckoo clock?
No, it looks like a lantern. It's like but except it's entirely made of metal instead of like there being glass and light on the inside, but it's lantern shaped and sized. And he twists it. And then it's not sure how he just targeted you 3, but the 3 of you freeze in time for 6 seconds. And there's like a slowly filling light around the top of the lantern. It doesn't like fill up like you'd expect or something like that, but just a light at the top fills up. And then as it beeps, that is the first thing you hear as the 3 of you come back into the time. Twists it and closes it into more of a sphere shape and returns it to its belongings.
And we're not too far in front of the gate, right?
Oh no, you've been walking for minutes.
Okay.
I got my $10.
Yeah, he gives you each 10 shins. did it. He says, all done. If you would like, I also have some time to sell. It works a bit differently. If you ever need some spare bursts of speed in a pinch, something similar, to gain that. It's 30
I'm good.
shins each, but can use it several times.
Mechanically, what are we talking about here?
It's an extra
Once
action.
per day, you get an extra action, 3 times in total. Once per day.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Oh, we
Would
got
it
a
be
microwave to
possible
find.
to run back to milk real quick just to grab a first aid kit? Because I didn't have the money to buy it before. Now I do.
Now you do. I mean, we could just like bring this robot. Like, yeah, we gotta go back real quick for something.
If you want to try and get
And
him
see
in,
if we
yeah,
can
you
talk
could.
them into it. And
Yeah.
well, we'd still want to charge him to let us. Yeah.
So, how about this? Minute bot, could you condense yourself
My
into
name
the
is
smallest
Sec.
unit? I don't know your language. I condense you into the smallest unit possible, and we put you under my shoulder like a football, and we go back to pick up something we forgot from the milk lady, and then you're in.
I feel like that would end poorly for a variety of reasons. First one being I cannot compress, and so that would likely kill me. Second reason being if I'm caught, I would probably also be killed.
Your man
I-
tends to stand out in a crowd.
I agree with sex assessment, as I have translated throughout this whole conversation.
But if you are willing to help me get inside, I would be most grateful.
To the tune of 40 seconds?
Wouldn't that be shins or
Nope.
for one of his thingies?
Yeah.
I could part with thanks.
They always say time is a gift.
You want to convince him to make it? You want to make a
No.
deal?
I don't want to convince him to do anything. I just
I'd
want
say
him to give me stuff.
gratitude might be more useful here.
Okay.
So
I don't think
I
any of you
am
are.
wondering how long until we can next give him our time.
Oh, probably a week.
Okay.
Or do we just want to pick him up on our way back?
Well, I mean, it's right there. We need to go back anyway.
State kit.
I mean, if that's
All right, Sec. Let's see if we can get you in.
Yeah, we turn around
I
like
have my
we're in a
gratitude.
video game and go buy the item we got
Yeah.
immediately killing the first monster. We walk back with the robot.
2 gold less of that really cool sword. Ah, I found a slime.
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, the 5 of you now head back. The Sec, his footsteps are unfortunately quite loud. Even when he tries to quiet them, they're still a bit metallic. But he can walk at your pace without issues.
So where do you come from, Sec? Sec.
Okay. Yeah, he describes something, but even with you being able to understand his language, you hear him say like 5 different places at once overlapped with each other.
I can't understand what he's saying. He's saying like,
Oh, I heard about this. I have my apologies. The names of our places and some of them. I come from far away elsewhere. It's probably the best way to describe it. Other time and space and yes.
so you're just an interdimensional being.
He's doesn't immediately respond. He says, eventually, I suppose.
Metal as fuck.
We eventually you said really like a couple of minutes outside the gate
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
We make it back after this little talk. We're at the closed gate. Turn to the guy we just bullied earlier.
Yep. He sees you coming, and he says, "Well, that was fast."
We
Raises his
found,
weapon towards the other guy.
yeah, we found an NPC for your little tavern. We
Yeah,
just want to drop him off.
He points his weapon at Sek and says, "You under his control?"
no,
No.
I just understand him.
Uh-huh. One of him in disguise?
No, no. Wouldn't we have to be wearing other people's skin and have gotten in before? He just wants to sell
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what they've said before. Then they
So you've seen
steal.
more.
Oh, him? They all look the same.
I mean, that's a little racist.
No. Actually, Sek says, no, we all wear the same suit.
Oh,
Um,
that was a little racist of me.
Just let it in. We're gonna go get some money and then we're gonna buy stuff from it later. We want to make sure it's in the same place.
Yeah, if you just let
and
it in, if
what
it
in any of that is in any way helpful to me?
Could give you $10 for a handshake.
it's
It'll
not a
take
sex
6
thing.
seconds.
Yeah.
$10 for a 6-second handshake.
I don't think he will like that trick. But Tarek doesn't hear him say that, obviously.
Mhm.
What did he say?
Well, he's enamored with your mechanical legs there. Thinks they're right keen.
Well, I don't swing that way.
You don't swing
Looks like you could
robots?
swing anyway. Isn't that a pivot in the middle?
He's quiet for a bit, and then Tarek says, whatever. You know what? Pissed me off enough. None of you are getting in. And he, goes to walk away.
Lift the gate.
It's levered shut. Do you want to force it open?
Ugh.
Yeah. Lift
Okay.
gate.
Going so well.
So, you go to lift the gate. This is a GM intrusion, our first one. He shoots you.
Hmm.
I
You get
would
XP
like
for that,
to.
I think.
It's XP, yeah.
You would so with the way this works, yes, you will gain 1 experience and choose another PC if you accept to gain 1 experience. You do not have XP of your own to reject this intrusion.
You're just saying I get shot.
Yes, but you get XP for it.
Can
So,
I step
alright,
in front of the shot?
No, I'm getting shot.
Okay.
Shot.
Cool.
But I get so many cool things if I get shot.
Yep, but no, you're the one lifting it, so he shoots you. And he deals you.
What happens to...
So in this case, because of the intrusion, it's not an attack roll.
Oh.
He just deals you damage. You take 6 damage.
What?
Yep, he deals you.
What-
He has this.
What kind of
He is
nightmare
holding.
weapon is...
He was holding this large metallic gun of some kind. And there's just this ear ringing sort of. I guess actually it would be sort of a weird blitzing sound as an arc of writhing electricity jumps from it into you and the entire gate, and it electrifies as you go to do it, and it
Does my defense do anything?
armor. Defense will not. Defense is if you get hit. Armor will reduce damage taken though.
Alright, I have 1 point of armor.
Okay, then that reduces it to 5. This is being dealt to your might pool.
So I just take 5 might damage.
Yes.
Cool.
And then he keeps his weapon pointed at you and says, "That was a warning shot. No one opens the gate unless I say so."
Technically, a warning shot doesn't actually hurt anyone. Just that might be a cultural difference.
Now, for him, a warning shot doesn't kill that person. That's what it is.
Could we disperse that XP now before we forget?
Yes. So Indigo, you get 1, and you get to choose 1 person to get the other.
Oh, the person with the longest range attack gets the other XP, so Blood Mage.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we all have long range, but yeah.
Okay.
And then I would like to throw the gate open, as I
We're
was doing
immediately going into
ahead of time.
combat.
Oh my
It's
god.
not combat,
Wait,
it's throwing a
I
gate
put
open.
XP.
But
Where's my XP?
He
Your
warned
home
you.
gate.
That was his warning shot of don't open that gate or I'm gonna shoot you. So this is combat.
Whatever.
new character right away. Let's do this.
All right. Cool.
It was a spasm from getting electrocuted. I just
So, let me double check how initiative works, because I'm actually not sure.
It's a skill roll because you can be trained in initiative.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay. So that would definitely be speed based.
Yep.
And then it'll be a difficulty against his level. If you succeed and beat him, you go before him, and if you fail, you go after him. I do have his level written down somewhere. Let me just go find it.
Seven.
First,
Ooh.
let's kill the people of our home base.
Yeah, this is why you don't fight city guards, because usually they're tough ass motherfuckers when you're level 1.
Yes. Okay. The difficulty here will be 4. So target number 12. And
All right, so I
it's a
guess we
speed roll.
all just
Yep.
roll.
Yep, everybody just roll a d20. You can spend effort from speed if you want to make sure you go first.
No.
I don't know how this works yet, so
Did you say difficult?
The
yeah,
Yep.
4.
difficulty
Okay.
4, which is target number 12.
Okay.
Oh, and one thing I looked up because we used it before, help actually drops it 2 steps.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Keep
If
that
you
in
use your action to help someone else, it'll drop the thing 2 steps.
I go after
I
him.
got a 1.
Wait, actually got a 1?
I got 1 success.
Everyone succeeded but me, so everyone
yeah.
goes before him but me.
mind. Okay.
So I think if we get like 16 or higher or 1 or lower, it does other things.
There we go. So those who, I believe, go beforehand can choose the order you go. This is an indigo.
Yeah.
I mean, I was at the front.
What do you do?
Yeah, you
Well,
were doing stuff.
You said you were going to
go.
open the gate, so yeah.
Open the gate. Yes,
Okay,
please.
Perfect. So this is just a like grate of some kind, so it's not super difficult. I think it'll be difficulty 4 to rip it open. And then also you have things for breaking objects.
I am trained in tasks related to breaking things.
Yep, so that lowers the difficulty from 4 to 3.
And the hardness has no effect on me.
Yes. So then you will be making a might roll with a difficulty of, which is a target number of. If you want to, you can of course spend effort to lower the difficulty.
I can't spend it after.
You cannot spend it after, I believe. You have to spend it.
Yep. Yeah, because it changes the difficulty, so it's all done pre-roll.
All right, I'm just gonna roll it raw. Yeah, I do
You did it. Okay, so the gate
Nice.
rips
Gate.
open. And he looks at you in shock. He is a short distance from,
It's
unless
not just open; it's broken.
it is broken open. That's true. And he looks at all of you in shock. Unless any of you backed up, I presume you are a short distance from him, because he was not that close to the gate, but he wasn't that far.
So close, not immediate. It takes an action to get to.
It takes an action to get to him. Yes.
We could also try to intimidate him down to not attacking anymore. We don't actually need to kill him. This is not the
that is
necessary
correct.
intent
You do
here.
not need to kill him.
We are simply acting in initiative.
Question.
Yes.
Can you non-lethally
It is
down someone?
Yes, because it's very much narrative in how this works.
Got it.
I'd like to use my action to do the fleet of foot thing, close the distance, and then use the second half of the action to actually turn on the flame spout. So
Okay.
You
Yeah.
just burn him.
Just go in front of him
go
and just
there.
like explode into flame.
Exactly. I'm looking for intimidating. Of maybe next time you should let us in.
Okay. So in this case, the activating your ability is the action on intimidating him, but you can do the next turn.
Yeah, fair.
Oh wait, no, you can't move and.
I reread it. It is and do an action, not attack.
Okay, so yes, you're good. So you can move in action. Cool. Then you're good with that. Okay, cool. Then that leaves Killian.
So what is the action economy here? You could just do one action per
One thing per turn.
turn.
Fast,
Okay.
quick turns.
Okay. Then I'm gonna vanish.
Okay, cool. That costs some int points, I think, but that's it.
Yep, 1 int point because I have my edge in int.
Okay.
And I am effectively invisible.
Cool. Okay. Tarek will raise his. I think he says, "Oh no, you don't." Raises his like electro weapon. It's kind of like what looks like one of the Ghostbusters gun, like
Does it have a
beams,
reload?
but it's electricity, but it looks just like the weird squiggly beam. It's like the Matrix gun. That's what it is. It's the one that from the real life portion of the Matrix. It doesn't seem to. And
Okay.
you hear a
Shoot
like
me again?
rising humming. No, you're not the one in front of him now. Azur is. He's gonna shoot at her.
I would like to draw the attack, please.
Let's check draw the attack because
I have it pasted. It says when an NPC attacks a character, another PC can prominently present, it says herself, shouts, taunts, and move to try to get the foe to attack her instead. In most
Okay.
cases, this action succeeds without a roll.
Okay.
The opponent attacks a prominent PC instead of their companions. In other cases, such as with the intelligent or determined foes, the prominent character must succeed an intellect action to draw the attack.
He is. I think in this case, he's not a normal person, so you would do something
The
to
thing
draw
that
his ire.
Is that an action to do the move though?
yeah, I don't.
So we have to
It's
do it on your
weird
turn.
because
You do it on your turn. The turns are supposed to be quick.
I think
Right,
there's a
but
thing with action economy where you can actually save your action. It's just I'm seeing it similar.
Let's see. What page does draw the attack on again? Uh,
Let's find this out. Rules
It's
of the
from
game. That
Protector.
seems important.
It's from Protector, which is
Yeah.
in which book?
Protectors in the Destiny book, but where it says that draw the attack it's in the Discovery book.
Yep, I'm
That's the
getting it
page it
now.
goes to.
Here we go. Cooperative actions. Draw the attack. In most cases, succeeds with a roll. Yep.
Does it say action or enabler at the end of it?
No,
It doesn't. Okay.
it's under the cooperative actions thing.
So I'd assume that is an actual action.
Multiple characters can work together. None of these options can be used at the same time by the same characters.
Yeah. My intent would probably be you can do it, but you lose the action on your action on your turn. Like you just use your action early. Is how I would interpret it now, and then we'll figure.
Okay. Never mind, because I want to know how much damage she does normally.
6.
He
We've got
dealt.
that.
He did 6 before.
Okay, then I'll do it.
Gonna draw the attack.
If it works, I'll only take 2 damage, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. How do you try to draw him towards you?
I'm gonna do real creepy shit with like blood nanites.
Okay, so you
Like
see
I'm
him and he's
preparing
like,
to do a thing.
yeah.
I want to make
He's gonna be like,
myself
oh
look
no,
more
you are a
the
monster.
fire lady.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
something behind over the shoulder
Okay.
of, oh no, the mage is working.
Then I think this will be an intelligence check. Again, normally it won't an intellect. Normally this, for
Yeah.
most ordinary nameless creatures, this would just happen. But for him, he's like
He's
a
a guard,
combat
yeah.
veteran.
Okay.
So difficulty 4, unless it will not always be the case, but usually when a creature has like a difficulty, it's everything associated with that creature is usually the same difficulty.
Okay.
His is 4. So
do I spend intellect then?
you can spend intellect to lower the difficulty by using effort. I believe it's normally 3 points
Because I
minus
have
your
edge.
It gets discounted to 2.
Okay. So I will spend 4 points, right? Because does that discount happen again, or is it
Oh,
only discounted once?
the second edge that you buy is actually only 2. The first one's 3, and all subsequent are 2.
However, we're limited by our effort, and isn't
Yeah.
that one for one
You
of
can
your
only do it in
characters?
one action,
Yes.
so you can't spend
Yep.
effort. You can't spend
Oh,
effort
okay,
multiple
so
times in the same action.
got
So
it.
the
Okay,
costs. Edge, I think, does apply to multiple I don't remember.
Effort's your cap, and you can increase your effort cap, but they usually all start at 1.
got it. Yeah. So I knock it down to 3, and I think.
Yep.
Does this count as me being no? Yeah,
And
I'm
if you
not
draw
like
the
especially trained to do this.
yeah, and if you draw the attack, you get an extra 2
Yeah, I get an
points
extra 2
using your
armor,
ability.
and because of my take damage, I absorb a portion of. I negate 1 point of damage when I would have suffered. So I get 3 armor minus 1 to the damage, so I only take 2.
Wait a minute.
So
Where are you getting the
under absorb kinetic energy.
This isn't
Okay.
kinetic energy. He's
'Cause
fighting you with. He's
drawing the attack, just so you know, drops your defenses by 2 steps?
How does that work?
So it negates.
You'll make a defense roll, it'll be 2 steps worse.
Yeah. So your
Okay.
your defense roll will be difficulty 4 to start with, or let's start with draw the attack first. If you draw the attack, it'll be easier for him
Okay.
to hit you. That doesn't that
I'll
won't
do
affect
that.
your armor.
Yep, I drew the attack.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, does that major effect?
I think that's 19. I thought that was 19. Am I wrong?
I
I thought
think
it was.
17 and
check.
18 is extra point of damage.
But a
that's
major
damage.
drawing the effect, drawing the attack is still drawing the attack.
Yeah, I don't. There's not like a major thing listed for it.
Fair enough.
Minor effect is a natural 19, and major effect is natural 20. That's it.
Okay.
Oh,
That's what I'm seeing here on.
There
here
are-
we go. Special rolls, but that's in combat, and only in combat if you rolled a natural 17 or 18 on your attack roll, you'll add damage.
I'm.
Okay.
Oh, that's attack rolls only. Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing special rolls say
Okay.
when you roll a natural 19, and the roll is a success, you also have a minor.
Yeah.
In combat, a minor effect inflicts 3 points of damage with your attack or something else. That makes sense. Cool. Okay, so you draw the attack. Now he's going to try and attack you. How are you
Okay.
defending yourself?
With my body.
Just going to try and stand firm and block it.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds like a might defense.
Can't really outsmart it.
Yes. Now it'll be too difficult. It'll be difficulty 6 because it's 4 plus 2.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to?
You trained in might defense or anything like that?
Yep.
Nope.
Okay. Then.
Are you trained in any defense?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, as a note,
okay.
this is an electrical attack. It is not kinetic energy for that armor.
But it says you absorb a portion of the energy of a physical attack. Is this not a physical attack?
No.
Or impact?
No, because it's not actually hitting you with the physical object part of the attack.
I mean, if the armor worked previously, though, because armor only works on physical attacks.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll take
Does the
another.
I was gonna say
carry
that-
forward.
well, the issue isn't the issue is I didn't know armor only worked against. I thought it was all might attacks, not just physical attacks.
So
This is a-
there
this
are
is-
certain types of armor that defend against like energy weapons.
Okay.
But the stock armor doesn't.
Well, my
Ah.
armor is my ward. I have a shield of energy. So it
there
just
you-
says
okay,
plus
so
1
your
armor.
armor would work, but in previous, when the shark took damage, he was wearing armor. It got reduced. I just wanted
Okay.
to
Yeah.
address the.
Okay, cool. So in that case, yeah, Indigo, you would take an extra damage.
It's not literal armor though.
It is your skin. Ooh, that's true.
Does it
Where is your armor sourced
differentiate?
from?
It's toughness,
Tough.
right? Tough.
It's the focus, not the focus. The descriptor tough.
Yep. Let's go check that real quick. I'm tempted to just say that applies to everything, but that might be too much.
It's sounding like it. Sorry, I thought it was like from a jerkin or something you were wearing.
No. It says +1 to armor. That's all it says.
CSB.
We're learning this game. We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tough.
Oh, tough is in the
Oh.
other book.
Rat.
To discovery, it's just +1 to armor.
Okay, then yeah, I'd say you still get the armor for that one. If it's just +1 to armor flat.
Is it capitalized? +1 capital A armor? Because that's actually
Yes.
a pointed out difference in the book. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
So
capital A.
lowercase is you're wearing armor, uppercase is you're just
You are the
you have
armor,
some
basically.
ability that is armor.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you don't take the extra damage then. This is an energy attack, so like just things that are flat out armor will like your ward, I think, will still reduce the damage unless it
But I
specifically
don't
says...
get to absorb it with my
Correct.
absorbs energy.
Correct.
Okay.
Did you still
Alright,
want
so-
to jump in and take it?
No, because that was the whole reason why I was doing it,
yeah,
because I would get that out of it.
All right.
So since I'm on it right now, just to get this settled, some types of damage ignore physical armor. Attacks that specifically deal speed damage or intellect damage ignore armor. Capital A armor.
Okay. I interpreted lightning as still dealing physical damage because it burns your flesh.
Yeah, so your absorbs energy will do the thing you want it to do at tier 3.
Okay.
Like it starts
We'll
off.
definitely get to in this game.
So
It starts off just like you can get beat on with a stick more, but then by tier 3 you can
Oh,
absorb pure
okay,
energy.
okay.
It's odd that it's called energy and doesn't absorb what we generally think
Yeah.
of as energy.
Yep. So yeah, no, it is just kinetic energy at first. It's just physical
Okay.
force.
Okay.
Azure, as originally intended, he decides, you know what? No, I do think the fire in my face is more of a threat, and he raises his large electric weapon towards you. What do you do?
Raise my shield and drop.
Okay, that sounds like a speed defense with a bonus from a shield, an asset to that. So difficulty is 4, reduced to 3. Anything else?
Are you trained in
No.
speed defense?
There was no. I
Really?
have armor, but I don't think that's a thing. I'm not trained in any defenses that I could see on the options.
Why am I
Yeah.
the only one with defense training?
Yeah, you are. Because I didn't see anywhere where you get defense training.
Yeah, me neither.
All
yeah,
right.
it really depends on your builds.
Then difficulty 3 unless you spend effort.
I'm spend effort now. You know, this isn't a horrible time to spend effort. Yes, I will spend 2 points to spend some effort.
Okay, you have a speed edge?
Yep.
Perfect. So there we go. You are able to dodge to the side. The lightning just like arcs forward and hits the now broken cage gate that isn't touching anyone. And that is Tarek's action. Horatius, you did not take the hit, so you still have your
No.
action.
I'm going to onslaught him. Let's attack his brain.
That's a good idea. Okay.
So let's see here. It is range short.
Is it? I don't want to change attacking the brain necessarily, but is it useful to like target the same thing on a person to get that down or out, or is there any good reason to spread damage around or do brain damage specifically?
Brain
Yeah.
damage ignores armor. That's the only benefit.
That
How
makes
I
does
assume he has
damage
armor on.
accumulate in NPCs? I think is a base question. Like, do they
yes.
subtract from
So
the same people
NPCs
we do, or?
just have a health pool because they don't roll. You are rolling defense when they attack, and you are rolling attack when they defend. So they will just have a health pool. All 3 types of damage are the same. The important thing for the 2 types of onslaught you have is that one ignores armor.
Yes, one is intellect damage, thus ignores armor.
Yep.
I assume he has a brain, so
Tarek does in fact have a brain. It's just his
That's
lower
a
body
bold
is
assumption.
robotic.
Whether or not he
Uh,
uses it is the question. He has it.
and then for rolling like an attack, do I have like a mod on that or no? Just
For rolling an attack, I think you just roll to attack. If I'm not mistaken.
Now,
Okay.
It allows
Do you
to
have any
attack with
training in
intelligence.
esoteries?
what does that mean?
So the esoteries are the spells you use as a nano. You can be
Right.
trained in the use of esoteries.
Yes.
That's a skill you can have.
Yep. So
I don't think I am, but because it made me pick 2,
Mhm.
right?
Pick 2 esoteries. What do you mean? It made you pick 2 trainings?
No, it made me pick 2 esoteries
Yes.
Right.
at level
So,
1 nano.
But
In the
Right?
skills listing for the other things that you have, one of them might say you are trained in esoteries or a specific type of esotery.
Yep.
No, it just says trained in understanding Numenera for
Okay.
level 1.
Then yeah, you just will roll intelligence to make an intelligence-based attack against him.
Cool. I do that.
Okay.
If it's difficult, I will again just spend effort of 2 from my brain to
Difficulty is
do that.
4, so then you can sit down to difficulty 3. Cool. Okay.
I fail.
Yep. So this was the one we were trying to get directly into his brain, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you can
Eh.
feel there's something blocking you, and it's not like a psychic defense. It is he has a brain, but there's probably a chip implanted in it that makes it more resistant to like psychic attacks that has like cut you out. You've gotten a psychic firewall.
I gotta hack the firewall.
Yep. All right. So it's been one around. While this is happening, the sec is very much like in shock that this is happening, and he's gonna stand there and do nothing for now. Surprised at all of this. And I actually need to double check. Is initiative re-rolled each time?
I don't think initiative is re-rolled. I think we can just keep going of
I
before and after.
think so. I'm gonna page 107 is initiative. So, a round is 5 to 10 seconds, a variable amount of time. Go. After everyone has gone, the round ends, new round begins. Everyone acts in the same order they did. Cool. Okay. Yep, we're good. When conditions drastically change, I can call for a new round, a new initiative roll. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. So
Can
when his
I-
friend shows up,
Can I charge and crunch through his laser rifle?
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
The bad news to that is that unless you have a special ability, which actually Marissa did, she can move and take an action. Moving is an action.
And he doesn't take a penalty for trying to shoot people next to him?
I don't think so.
Didn't notice that. I did also just look up disarm. Disarm is apparently a major effect, and basically you can try and get a major effect or a minor effect by just the roll, but it gives you penalties to trying to achieve.
I have a better chance of biting through
You
his
can-
laser gun than I do doing literally anything else.
True.
So get up in his face.
I want to lumber on over there, loudly exclaiming to the room, "You shouldn't shoot guests!"
You're not a guest. You're an intruder. And he yells
We
this
live
like for
here.
everyone behind him to hear. You're an intruder. I said there. Yeah.
we were trying to engage in commercial endeavors.
We
Actually, I
live here,
don't say that 'cause
asshole.
that might drop my invisibility. So
Yeah, Killian, you still can do a thing before you turn uninvisible. You
Yep.
and Ezra can both go.
It sounds like you were
how-
describing something, so go ahead.
yeah, how far a movement is one action of movement? Is it just one range band?
Yeah,
Close.
it's usually just one range band unless you. I think you can actually spend effort to move multiple times in one action.
Okay.
But he's only one. He's only a short distance away. He's only one movement away, anyways. Unless you want.
Right, but I
rest.
want my first aid kit. Fuck this.
Yeah, just run as far as you can before you turn invisible. Before you turn visible.
Fine.
No, not on the first fight. Yeah, I will close the distance, ending up behind him if I can.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And Azure, what do you do?
I'm going to pop back up and give him an uppercut on the jaw.
Oh, okay, that's no longer intimidation.
No.
It is. If successful, it's very intimidating.
We're gonna beat him up a
I'm going
bit.
for fictional intimidation,
Yeah.
not moving.
We're gonna beat him up a bit and then try intimidating him.
Cool. Okay, make a might roll if you're punching him. I think. Oh wait, it's a light weapon, isn't it?
It's a
It's a medium
No.
for her.
it's medium for me.
Medium for you. Okay, then yeah, it's a
Your
might
fists
roll.
are big as hell, apparently.
They're wreathed in fire.
Yep.
That's why.
Okay, cool.
All right, so that's just a 4, I think.
Difficulty 4. Yep, unless you're doing something to decrease that.
Nope. Let's give this a shot.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
No.
So, I think in this case, he ducks to the ground faster than he should be able to with his robotic legs, and like they tuck in, and the
Where I'm looking to connect, there's empty air.
yeah, there's empty air, and he rolls. He like rolls up to his feet again, like 2 feet away to the left.
Ugh.
Yep.
So
And then it's his turn. And he is going to oh, you're all right here.
so he probably doesn't know about.
No,
Killian.
at the end of Killian's turn, he turned visible again. So
Yeah, but he was behind him when he turned visible.
true. I think in this case, shooting isn't working, but it was effective. Is he the kind of person that's just going to keep shooting?
Does he have another option?
He thinks he does because he doesn't know Killian's behind him, but he doesn't. So I think he's going to shoot.
Yeah, cool. What's he shooting?
I think he's gonna shoot Azure again because she just tried to punch him.
I am indeed being up in his face.
Okay.
Didn't he get burned for being close to you? And do the other two get burned for
If he
being close
touches
to
you.
you?
Only
So
if,
this is a weird one. If they hit or try to hit me with a physical thing. So the fact that he's shooting me is negating this, which is really annoying.
yep, you just need to get rid of his lightning gun, which I believe Indigo is planning to do.
Yeah, that's what's the next on the list.
Hence why I was looking at how do you disarm?
Yep.
And just to bring it up, your no need for weapons, that might be an invoked thing. You might have the choice of being light or medium. I'm not sure how that actually works because it is an enabler thing, and you can choose to invoke your fighting moves when you want. So
Okay.
In this case, yeah.
We'll get back to that. For now, how do you avoid that attack? There's another hum, like rising hum as the lightning goes to shoot at you.
I'm again just gonna kind of raise the shield and sidestep. We're going to do the dodging thing.
Okay, cool. Well, with speed, are you spending effort again?
Not this time.
See how it goes.
There we
Okay.
are.
Very nice. So once again, you're both dodging each other's attacks, basically. As you he goes to shoot you. You like roll under it and come up him to uppercut him as you rise. He dodges away from that and rolls up with the gun raised, and then you roll again. This is like a Dark Souls fight.
I was
Well, you
thinking
just
more
put the
Legend.
gun down.
I was just thinking more Legend of Zelda, but same difference. Just
Yeah.
dodge roll your way out of everything.
Okay, and then
Little high up sound as you do it.
let's see what Horatius does, and then end the session at this.
I'm because they're all in his face. I'm just gonna be like, Tarek, please, could we stop the fighting? We just wanted to get in, and you're kind of being a dick.
Okay,
Could we just
you can
could we
try to
just stop?
convince him. That will be difficulty 5, not 4. He's a bit preoccupied with the
What?
several abominations in his face.
I want to break his
You-
gun
you-
before we end. Just want to break
You
his
are
gun.
surrounded, so I mean, it would be in your best interest to not be bit or burned or stabbed.
Why don't you roll intellect to convince him?
Mm.
Difficulty
I will
5.
spend again. Oops. So that's down to 4.
Okay.
I don't do it.
Okay, no. So I think what he says is, I think he actually like yells. So I think what happens. Ooh, I'm gonna GM intrusion this because we're gonna end with a GM intrusion as the last one. It is up to you. I think you have an XP if you want to reject this. It's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of responding, someone else calls from behind, like, "What's going on?" And he says, "We've got intruders! Sound the alert!"
No, thank you.
You're gonna spend the XP to just have.
I reject. It's just him.
Okay,
He's
cool.
just a dick.
Cool. Okay. So, yeah, no, he doesn't do that. He just like snarls at you, and you can see he's not at all convinced. And then the round ends here. As the round ends, because he was nearby, you hear the door open, and Ren steps out, and says, "What is going on here?" And let's end the session with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. And point of order, point blank range, the attack is eased. It's actually easier to hit someone at point blank range.
Oh, goody.
Hey,
Hooray!
why is it easy? Wait, with a gun?
That's what it says with ranged things. There's point blank, and that's eased, and extreme range is hindered.
Okay.
It still wouldn't have hit, but
That seems so wrong to
Yeah.
me.
I think
Mhm.
most ranged weapons might not deal as much damage as melee then. This is not a normal weapon. I don't know. Either way, is there anything to do at the end of a session? I don't think. Let's double check that.
it's so strange not to say, and here's your XP.
Well, let's check if there is. I know discoveries are a thing.
We found something new.
We found a robot.
We found a time bot.
You did. In terms of, I don't. This is the weird thing about discovery being a very vague term. It is not. The time bot himself is not a mystery. If that makes sense.
What? I disagree, but sure.
It's
We
Understanding what's
discovered
up with the time bot would be a
he's an
mystery.
interdimensional being.
yes. That's not.
I understand it might
uncommon in
not.
this
I
setting.
understand it might not be game term discovery.
You did discover several things, but I don't think they are capital D discoveries.
Okay, this thing he's saying experience points that you might perhaps another 2 XP on average between sessions. So that means that there's got to be something between sessions.
No,
there's
it's Zen.
sorry, yeah, there's miscellaneous discoveries which the robot doesn't count for. It's usually stuff left over from ancient bullshit.
Yeah, it's
but
usually why is
there are
things being like this, or why are, what's up with these ancient runes? Why do they suddenly start glowing?
yeah. So there's artifacts, other devices, and then miscellaneous discoveries.
Yeah.
For that. Then there's GM awards and player-driven awards. I don't know if we're using those because with player-driven, you can basically set your own mission.
In this case, no, it doesn't fit this specific type of thing. I do have several like potential discoveries that are set and ready. They're not exclusive, but they're all there.
Do they have to be understanding the whys, or is it just you found glowing ruins? That's cool.
Under not complete total understanding, but to a degree, understanding is part of it. Discovery. I suspect knowing. I don't know if I want to do end of session questions for this. The biggest reason being if we want to play the game as is, that might be changing things too much.
Well, you could frame them in the terms of, did you discover an artifact? Did you discover other devices? You know,
Yeah,
just so we
true.
can sort of ritualize the order of things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we
Yeah, because I'm looking
shall.
at these miscellaneous discoveries, and they're mostly, you found a thing, it's cool.
Mhm.
Discover great XP. I'm trying to.
It does.
Discovering. It's under the discovering new things section. You gain an artifact. We did not do that. Ciphers and oddities do not count for the artifact. Other devices. No. Maybe when we find the microwave.
You will definitely get XP for getting the microwave. Let's just shorthand it as the microwave.
Codename microwave.
It's a
Yep.
MacGuffin, I understand. Shins are not worth experience.
Killing enemies is
Yeah,
not
and
worth
then-
experience. Here we go. Discovering new things. It can mean several things, effectively, is what this is saying. This could be an
Yeah,
artifact.
there's artifacts, other devices,
Yep.
or miscellaneous. I don't think we hit anything specifically miscellaneous because we just kind of said there's a sound and we said, hey, who's there? We found it there. So
Yeah.
we did make a roll to find this thing, so I understand not getting XP for it. It's just weird to frame it as discoveries and be like, no, but it has to be capital D.
Yeah, no, I agree.
To me, it's also weird to frame it as discoveries, and all the examples are things, and yet I kind of agree. When I hear the word discoveries, I'm like, why though?
Yeah, and that's just shown as miscellaneous.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, look at this cool thing I found. It was in a box.
Yeah, and the why though isn't even under the miscellaneous discoveries.
Nope,
And,
it's
I,
not
and
even
I
important,
framed
not
most of
important.
my discoveries as wise, also.
Yeah.
Well,
most-
does it even say in the book you need to like own the thing you have discovered,
Nope.
or could you technically?
Well,
So technically, the little thingy that the robot had.
Nah?
I would say if you know more about how it worked, then yes, there is sort of a cause and effect thing needed. Not complete cause or complete effect, but there
Right.
would be some like, okay, how is this working? In fact, we'll talk about it between sessions. I do think making some kind of ritual to be like, at the end of each session, we also set, here are some things we're interested in discovering. Could be a really good to.
I'm
Okay,
interested in discovering why this gate man has such a stick up his butt about the time bot.
That is not an
So-
XP worthy discovery.
Not
I
So
even
want
here's
to
a
know
good
what's in the
sentence that
cylinder.
sort of encapsulates it. The common thread is that the PCs discover something that they can understand and put to use.
Okay, that's why a
So-
lot of it is usable.
Alright, so it has to be
objects.
useful is the key term.
Okay. So it's not understand how to work it, but put it. Oh, yeah, okay.
Understand how you could use it.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless it's
that's-
an artifact, in which case, if we obtain an artifact, auto XP.
Yeah.
Don't
So
need to know what it
looting-
does.
So yeah, priorities are looting.
Or a combination of learning and looting.
Yeah, mostly looting.
It is all
Okay.
looting based.
Yes.
Now, can we learn why the gate man is a dickhead, and how we can put his dickheadedness to use?
we loot the community for their gate man.
So the entire thrust of it is basically to reinforce the fact that Numenera is about exploration and discovery, not manipulating other people, not killing things.
Numenera is not
So-
actually character focused. So character
Yeah, it's
focused questions
setting.
won't. Yeah, it's more setting and space focused.
Cool. Yeah, I'm still mad he shot me.
Oh yeah,
So-
Yep. But once you get XP, you'll be able to say, no, don't shoot me. I'm going to spend an XP so you can't shoot me. So that should happen more and more.
Oh, considering 2 XP was given out over a 2-hour session. Spending it is painful.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll,
It was a 1. Oh, yeah, it was 2. You're right. Never
it
mind.
was 2. But also one was, more XP was generously offered to you, but rejected.
I don't want 2 men coming into this fight now. I'd rather have our boss be mad at us, the gate guard be chastised, and we be sent back on our way.
Okay. I think with that, we're
Yeah.
done for this week. But
Or bad explorers.
holidays are coming up, so I'll check each week. Are we available next week? Right now, Marissa and I are.
I should be.
7th.
Yes.
It is the.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Wait,
the
no,
5th.
next week's the 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. Yes. I know for sure I'm not here Christmas weekend. But I'm assuming
I will probably. Yeah. No,
I'm assuming we're all just taking that one.
Yeah.
Off.
very
Anyway,
likely I will be unavailable for a fair bit of December, but the specifics are yet to be determined. See. Okay. We'll be back next week then to see how this
if we
all
can find
goes.
if we can discover something.
Yes.
I mean, this campaign could be over next week. We don't know.
Ooh.
We do not know. Just in time for Christmas.
Remember, there's a whole vat of radioactive sharks out there.
Perfect. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Cool.